Hi students, sorry I'm not with you today. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to take a day and try to get better and be back with you tomorrow to finish up your finals. So let's go over what we are doing today in class with your sub. We're going to start with our final To Kill a Mockingbird discussion. We're going to be doing it a little differently today. Then we'll finish up working on your character analysis paragraph. So at this point, would you please make sure that you only have one computer up in your group. If you have any other computers up, go ahead and close the lids, please. Everybody needs a copy of the final To Kill a Mockingbird discussion. This is a sheet of paper with all the questions. You're not going to be writing on it, but everybody needs their own copy to be able to see it. And then you need one lined sheet of paper for your group to record your group's response on it and a writing utensil. So if you need to get any of those items or fix any of that situation, again, you need only one computer up. You need one blank sheet of paper, and everybody needs their own copy of the questions. If you need to fix that, pause this video now and go ahead and fix that situation, please. Otherwise, let's go ahead and continue with the discussion. So on the discussion paper, you're going to see that there are 6 different questions, and you and your group are going to be working on it together to come up with responses. You need one scribe. This is one person that's going to write your group responses down, okay? And then in each of your answers, you need to have at least one vocabulary word. So it's somewhere in your answers you're discussing these. Please make sure you have one vocabulary word and circle it so I can see it. Please start with everybody's name at the top of your paper and today's date. And I'm going to go over each question. Please pause this video when you finish the question and you're ready to write your response, and then hit play and join me up for the next question. So if you're ready, question number 1 is about themes. There's a list of themes here on your paper, and I'd like you to determine out of all these themes which one is the major theme to Kill a Mockingbird. And then if it's major, excuse me, we know it's going to be present in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. So we have humanity, hypocrisy, ignorance, innocence, integrity, justice, injustice, maturation, morality, perseverance, prejudice, stereotyping, superstition, and tolerance. If you want to suggest a different theme, you certainly may. There's a list on the back wall of themes. Which theme does your group think was the most important theme in To Kill a Mockingbird, and explain how it was present in the beginning and middle and end, and give that evidence of what happened in the novel to be representative of the theme. So press pause and discuss amongst your group, please. Number 2 is about the mockingbird. At this point, if you'd like to find a new scribe, you may just pass the paper to the side, please. For the mockingbird, what is the symbol of the mockingbird? The title of our novel is To Kill a Mockingbird, and it was referred to multiple times in the text. Who or what is symbolized in this novel? Has a sin been committed? Has a mockingbird been killed in To Kill a Mockingbird or not? And are there more than one mockingbirds in this community? So what do you think about this title, and how is it symbolic to what's going on in the novel? And if it is symbolic, who does it symbolize? Press pause and discuss number 2, please. Number 3 is about the hero. Who do you suppose is the hero in the novel, and how do you know? What are the characteristics of a hero, and how does this character that you've selected reflect those characteristics? Could it be possible that there's more than one hero in our novel? What's your opinion on that? And then, in what ways consider what were those main characters heroic? Were there any minor characters that were heroic? Like consider Mrs. DeBose and how she fought her addiction right to the end of her death. That, in some ways, could have been seen as heroic, even though some of her other character traits may not be as heroic. So in your group, kind of discuss who was a hero, and is it possible that there were more than one? Number 3. Number 4 is coming of age. How is this novel a coming of age novel? Who matured? What events cause this maturation, and how do you know? How do the characters change afterwards from this maturation event? Okay? How is it a coming-of-age novel? Who's growing up, and how do you know? Coming of age. Number 5 looks at the idea of classic literature. To Kill a Mockingbird has been taught in high schools since its publication in the 1960s. Do you think reading this novel in schools should continue? It's been identified as a piece of classic American literature. Are there any benefits to reading a novel about a bygone era, a novel that takes place in the past, that focuses on the racism and segregation of Jim Crow laws in the pre-civil rights era? Is there anything going on right now in our modern society that relates to events in To Kill a Mockingbird? Can you find any way that those, even though it's a past novel, it relates to modern? Should this novel be replaced with a more modern coming-of-age story? And if you think so, make a suggestion. What modern coming-of-age story should it be replaced with? That's number 5. And then finally is your last question with your group, and that is number 6 here, author's choice. Why do you suppose Harper Lee decided to have Tom Robinson die in the novel? What was the purpose of his death? What benefit or possible detraction did it have on the novel? Detraction would be negative impact. How did this event impact the readers? Do you agree with Harper Lee's choice on this? Was having Tom Robinson die an important part for this novel, for the impact she wanted it to have? And explain. And then think about her novel as a whole. Were there any other choices Harper Lee made in her novel that you disagreed with? Something you wish hadn't happened, or something different you would have liked to seen happen? Explain your opinion on author's choice in the creation of this novel. Okay, at this point, you should have finished your discussion of the 6 questions with your group. Everybody's name should be at the top, and you should not have written on the paper questions, so we can use them in the next class. For this next part of the class, you're going to be headed back to working on your character analysis paragraph. So listen to all the instructions before your group disperses, please. So everybody's going to need their own computer, and you're going to need to reopen the character analysis paragraph that you started. You need your packet with the instructions that had your character analysis planning guide so that you know you're typing that correctly. When your planning guide is done on your packet, then you type it on a Google Docs. Make sure you title it appropriately, Character Analysis Final. When you have typed your paragraph and it's double-spaced, then you are going to share it with your partner for this activity. And you and your partner are going to do a peer conference. Your peer conference paper will look something like this, okay? So you are going to have your partner's document up in front of you on Google Docs. They've shared it with you. In your drive, you need to make sure you click on Shared with Me to be able to find that, okay? Otherwise, then you will have this document in front of you. This will be a piece of paper, character analysis. Put your name here, your partner's name here. You're going to review your partner's character analysis paragraph. You're going to use the Insert Comment function to make recommendations. Do not actually change anything on your partner's paper. Then give them this document when you're done. So you see this right here, this little plus sign? It's located right up here. When you want to make a comment, highlight something, make a comment, and then type comment here, and click on comment when you have it. And this is how you should be making comments, okay? So you want to look down this document. And if they have this, check it off. If they don't have it, then make sure you select it and say, I don't know, oops, say something like add transition here. You don't actually have to fix their paper, okay? This is their paper. They're the owners. But you need to point out when they're missing something, okay? So we're looking at structure and content. We're looking at cups, word choice, and the effectiveness of their paragraph. When you have reviewed your partner's paper, give them back this document, and then you should be getting yours back and go back and revise your paragraph. This is the next step in our project. All right, good luck today, and be on your best behavior, please. Thank you.